Hello, my darling. Happy Thursday to you. I hope you're having the most fabulous third week of this year. So I wanted to talk very briefly about something that came up when I was chatting with a girlfriend yesterday, and we were talking about like things that trigger us in our process. This kinds of conversations I have with my girlfriends. Things that trigger us in our like weight loss journey that we're in. And we remembered this show, and for you that is not British, you may not even know what I'm talking about, but if you recognize this, you'll know exactly who I'm talking about. There was a show with this doctor. Her name was Gillian something, Dr. Gillian something, I'm pretty sure. And she had a catchphrase, which I'm almost certain was the name of the show, but I can't remember, which is "You are what you eat," right? And my girlfriend was saying that she was always super triggered by that statement, "You are what you eat," because the way this doctor would talk about it is that she would, approach different people that had like severe health issues, were severely overweight, morbidly obese, and then she would approach people that were, on the other end of the spectrum where they had body dysmorphia, anorexia, bulimia, those kinds of conditions, right? Excuse me. And one of the things that she would use as like a visual aid was an outline of a person who was obese, and inside their stomach would be like burgers and pizza and chocolate and Coke and all those things, right? And that was the visual aid she would use to kind of project this message home of you are what you eat. If you're eating that junk food, that's what your body is going to look like. You're going to be in this obese state. So we were talking back and forth, my girlfriend and I, last night, and we kind of wanted to find a different way to convey that message of you are what you eat, because you are, right? It's not a wrong message. The foods that you eat literally feed your gut, they feed your cells, they feed your organs. Like everything that we put into our mouth is used by our bodies in some fashion. And so we literally are what we eat, right? But the way in which the visual should have been used is this is the consensus we came to, was the outline of the person, maybe with that obese frame, with heart disease, diabetes, abdominal conditions, IBS, all these kinds of conditions, medical conditions that are directly correlated with a very poor diet. So instead of being kind of, you're overweight and you've got weight issues and you've got health issues based on the food that you eat, but rather getting people to draw the parallel of what you consume literally gives you a projection of what your health is going to look like in X amount of time if you continue on that same path, right? I feel like that would be so much more of a powerful visual and a powerful statement to help people take control, because like my girlfriend was saying, when she sees that visual, she's like, oh, so I'm a bad person because I ate a cookie, or I'm a terrible person because I ate bad food, It's like that parallel. I'm bad because I ate bad, rather than I'm going to be incredibly unhealthy because I continue to feed my body with incredibly unhealthy food. Do you see what I mean? So I wanted us to chat about that a little bit today and kind of give you that in your mind, because all of these things, when it comes to our diet, our daily practices, the things we allow into our bodies, not only physical food and drink, but also the quality of our relationships, who we're spending our time with, the amount of stress we allow in our lives, how much sleep we're getting, what we're consuming in terms of media and data and all of that kind of stuff, right? It all has an effect on the manifestation of our health, of what our bodies look like. And so if you're trying to create any kind of change in your life, you're trying to work towards a goal, or you're trying to change something, maybe in your health, maybe in your relationships, then you've got to understand that how you feel physically is going to have an effect on how you can show up in this world. So you are what you eat when it comes to thinking about I want to be more vibrant. I want to be less tired. I want to be more patient. I want to have more joy. I want to have more freedom. I want to have more vitality. I want to show up with more energy, all of these things. Then you've got to relate that back to what you're feeding your body with, right? And what is possible for you in terms of your goal achievement, which is what we talk about a lot here, is going to be directly correlated to how you feel, which is a symptom, I guess, of what you eat. So I hope this made sense. I was kind of running off the cuff, but I wanted to get that conversation out because I think it's just such an important thing to realize that you don't feel crappy just because you feel crappy. You don't feel unenergized. Is that even a word? I don't know. You don't feel like lethargic and all of that kind of stuff just because you feel that way. You don't get crap sleep just because you get crap sleep. Like, all of these things are your body trying to tell you, yo, fix up, look sharp with what you're feeding me, because this is not, it's not happening. And once you do that, you think of it less like I'm going on a diet or I need to lose weight or any of that kind of stuff. And you just start to shift your mind to, let me get as healthy as I possibly can. Let me start to make these shifts and adjustments so that I can become the healthiest version of me. Everything else will change as well. I hope this was helpful. I hope this really, really spoke to you. I would love to hear what your thoughts are. Comment below, and below in that caption there is where you can find me on my social media, so you can come hang out with me on Instagram. I would love to get a DM from you so we can chat a little bit more. You can find me on Facebook. You can check out my website, all of these different places. And yeah, give this a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Consider subscribing. I would love that. But until next time, you are what you eat. Remember that when it comes to your future, what are you doing now? Because that's going to be a direct indication of where you're going. See you later.